Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. In this Cardaclysm video, I want to talk about what this indie deck builder type of game is, and hopefully give you some information to help you decide if this game is worth your money or not. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. First of all, Cardaclysm has a name that I have no idea how they came up with it, but it is what it is. At its core, it's an RPG meets deck builder type of game, with a few action RPG elements sprinkled in there. It's not super in-depth in terms of the RPG aspect, but when it comes to the card gameplay, there is enough strategy and fun elements you could use to make some interesting decks and builds. The way that the main gameplay loop works is a little bit shallow when you first start, but once you get going and kind of understand how it works, it becomes a lot more fun and is strangely addicting. I have near 7 hours played in this game, and it feels like I've only played maybe an hour. It's really just flown by. Anyway, when you first start, you're going to have a randomized map that you have to then play through and come and do different encounters. In order to beat the map, you have to clear all of the encounters, and then you can decide at the end if you want to take on the boss, which is going to be a steep challenge when you first start, and it's kind of like more of a long-term goal, or you can find a key while you're working your way through the map to then exit through the gate and then come back to the pub, sort through your cards, and do some other interesting things there that we'll talk about next with character progression. Character progression in this game comes in a few different flavors. First of all, you have the cards, obviously. It's a deck builder. So if you find duplicate cards out there while you're out killing encounters, you can combine the cards to level them up. I have noticed you get a lot more cards than you can really do a whole lot with. You can see I have a lot of maximum level cards already. It seems like they can only level up to like 3, but later on in your adventure, you will unlock the stash where you can discard some cards and kind of sort through. But, in my opinion, there's just a lot of cards they throw at you and can be a little bit overwhelming. Real quick, while we're talking about cards, there's different types. Obviously, you have nature, I think there's water, undead, different things like that you would expect in a deck builder type of game. So we've talked about the progression in the form of cards. My favorite part is the gear and set items that you can get. Currently, I'm doing a nature build where I have to have these 3 pieces on to get this bonus that you can see on the chest piece, which comes from the chest piece, cloak, and shoulders. There's lots of different items that you can get in the game. A minor thing that I would like to see improved is a bigger inventory screen here, or a way to store items in the stash. As is, I've already had to delete a few items and it just feels bad. There's definitely other builds that I would like to try, but being limited in this way, I really would like to see this improved. The last form of progression comes in, well, progressing and killing bosses and completing maps and levels. So the way that it works is the level that I referenced before where it's randomized. Once you have completed all the encounters and beat the boss, you can unlock a few game mechanics in the game. And that's also how you unlock the next tier to find stronger cards and also level up your character. Because when you very first start, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning of progression, but I forgot to, so I'm going to mention it right now. And thanks for watching this long, by the way, anyway. So when you very first start, you're going to notice down here you have these resources. And these are actually how you spend your cards and play them in combat. So let's get the names right just so I can be correct on these. Golden runes and soul orbs is what these are called. When you very first start, you're only going to have like 5 gold runes and like 2 of the orbs. As you go through and complete levels, you'll find these out in the overworld, I guess, that are permanent. But the thing is, the game is a little bit roguelike in the sense that if you die on that map that you're working on, you lose all your cards and these currencies that you gained on that map. But the good news is the maps aren't incredibly long, so getting through them and progressing, it feels nice. I mean, after 7 hours, I feel like I've made some really good progress on this character. That is basically all the progression and gameplay. I think that's basically the game overall. After 7 hours of gameplay, I think the game is going to be releasing with a price tag of $15. If the game looks cool to you, I would say pick it up. I really don't have any complaints. I love the way the game looks, feels, and being able to just kick back and play for a little bit without having to commit to like a super long gameplay session. Feels nice. That's my thoughts on Cardaclysm. I hope that you enjoyed the video and all the content on the channel. If you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with all your friends. Again, thank you guys enough for your continued support. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.